flow right into my presentation now, because I'm going to be talking to you. I changed it up a little bit. Again, to give you, I don't know if I probably know a lot of you, but I may not, but I'll give you a little bit of background. I'm, Fred with the Virginia Department of Forestry, and Zach slipped up there saying he's 32 years of experience. Well, I'm pushing about 42 or 43. So I've been around for quite some time, and I was fortunate enough to be with a group of folks, the Rick Myers of the world, and folks like that Sam Limbaum, and from day one understood the need here in Virginia to establish a certified prescribed burn program as well as a prescribed fire council. So it's been my honor and privilege to work with some really good people, and I think we've come a long way. What's that old commercial? Come a long way, baby. Well, we have. And so I'm going to kind of go into a little different angle. The title of my talk was Easy Modeling Tools. Well, I'm going to, in 15 minutes, I'll expose you to a couple, but let me see if I can share my screen. Because what I've done and what I'm going to share with you all, let me see, can y'all see it's a Word document, prescribed fire related links?
Yep, looks good.
Okay. What I'm going to share with you is this 11-page document. I'll send it out via email. When I started thinking about this presentation, I started, looking back into some notes. And for a long time now, I've been keeping a running Word document of interesting websites and links that I've come across that I thought would be of value in the prescribed fire arena. And I know every one of you can Google and find things and stuff, but this is my list. And as I'm going to go through it, I'm not going to open up each of these, but I'll guarantee you that every link that I provide you works. At least it worked this weekend. And just to show you, I'm not a very well organized person, so it may be a benefit if anybody wanted to try to put a little more organization to my rambles. But again, I do challenge you to, over the next months, I'm not talking about days, I'm talking about months, to look at this, go to this document, open up some of these links and just see what information's there. The great value in technology that Russ alluded to in his presentation was there were programs that were Florida specific or North Carolina specific or Georgia specific. But now with technology, we're able to, and these organizations have expanded those programs to be of a benefit to more folks than just Georgia or more folks than just North Carolina. So there's a couple programs that I'm going to take some time to open up and show you what's in the links. Not to delve into them from A to Z, but just to, again, to give you some sort of exposure to the programs and what's out there. Again, some of this stuff is very low key. You don't need a doctoral background or supercomputer to run these things. It's just very user friendly on a lot of this stuff. So as you can see, I have a lot of just general links, weather-related links, rainfall links. All of these things have come about over time where, either people who have been burning said, hey, where can I find rainfall data? Or I've, needed it for something and I've searched and I've come up with what I feel are some of the better links towards some of this information. So again, I really do challenge you to kick the tires, go out and see what's out there in this virtual environment. And I tried to identify some of the ones if they're like apps or web-based platforms. So, some of the ones you've seen, you probably go to them every day. I know most people in fire are weather junkies, so you probably have your own go-to links, and your smartphone is full of apps, probably pages of them. But anyway, these are just which ones I had and I've come across in my workings here lately. Like I said, some very good ones. I'm not going to spend a lot of times. Wind, there's a really great couple ones I found on wind. But here's one I want to take just a little bit of time and go into. This North Carolina, again, this is a great site that once was just kind of centric to just North Carolina, now is available beyond that. So let's see if this works. Okay, there we go. All right. Are y'all seeing that now?
Yep.
Okay, so this is great. Like I said, this once just worked within the bounds of North Carolina, now it works everywhere. So you can zoom in to anywhere in Virginia, click an area of where you're going to find some information, and then you can, select, parameters, what information you're looking for, what weather information you want, what humidity, and such, and you can get some weather points. Again, this is just another weather tool that can be used in helping you plot and plan and have an understanding. One time, somebody told me one time years ago, said, I don't need all this technology. I just need a tuna fish can. I put tuna fish cans out on every one of my tracks, and I can tell everything I need to know before I go to burn them. I just go around checking my cans and see how much water's in them. Well, we've come a long way since just needing a tuna fish can. So anyway, so that's one of the ones. Like I said, I just spent some more time in there. This is just a 30,000 foot layer of looking at things. And that North Carolina site is real robust. There's a lot of information in there. Some other links, and then fire and smoke. We all, we sometimes worry a lot about smoke and smoke issues that we have. Just knowing where the smoke's going to go. Not only, that, but, not so much the concentrations, but there's a lot of mobile apps that are out there. Now, EPA has some very good tools. Then there's, a lot of you may have heard of VSmoke. It's a very powerful program, but there's the initial and the main VSmoke program is pretty robust. And you need a lot of, skill set and tools in your toolbox to go through and get the full capacity out of the traditional VSmoke. But there's also there's a VSmoke for the web. And again, I'm going to show this one to you because I think this one is another pretty cool, simple tool that you can have. Again, we're not in Georgia, we're not in South Carolina, we're not in Florida, we're in Virginia. And again, anywhere in Virginia, just find yourself a place, and it gives you a lat long, how many acres you're going to burn. Let's say we're going to burn 100 acres. It's going to take us 6 hours. So you can put in some time parameters. What type of method are you going to burn, whether it's a head fire, aerial ignition? Nowadays, everybody's jumping on the aerial ignition igneous drone situation. And I know that we're going to see more and more of that. But we're going to do it aerial. And let's say we're going to do some light litter, an understory burn. Tons ready to come up, it's dry. I won't go through all of this stuff, but you can kind of adjust some of these parameters and you hit run model. And it comes up here, and it based on your wind direction, wind speed, all that other stuff, it's going to give you an indication of the direction your smoke is going to go, and also the concentrations based on this little table here, whether it's moderate issues to concern or hazardous health conditions. And you can keep zooming in and changing your imagery on this to see what homes you're dealing with or structures and stuff. So again, a real simple. You saw that a couple minutes, and we were able to toss out and see a weather pattern, a smoke pattern, and know where our smoke sensitive targets are and where we need to be concerned. And maybe today's not a good day to be burning if we had an issue down here. So again, short, simple, sweet. Is it full of, science? Behind the scenes it is, but it doesn't take a lot of science to run that model. So again, that's one that I really would encourage you to spend a little bit of time in and do a little bit more than kicking the tires. Get familiar with that one because I think you'll find a lot of value in it. Again, you can see more, VSmoke things. There's High Split. There's lots of programs out there. Then I have a thing, like I said, my organization stinks. I understand that. So we have prescribed fire councils, some miscellaneous information here, wildfire maps, current wildfires, lightning data, lots of, like I said, this is just Fred's collection of stuff. And, NOAA and another weather service, I'm a firm believer that there's a ton of weather information out there, but the go-to experts is our weather service. And we should be relying on the National Weather Service for what they can provide us in their toolkits. I'm going to show you this one here. It used to be called the Fire Poker. They've changed that now to just a fire weather dashboard. Again, weather service folks, it's again, you can zoom in to anywhere you're dealing with. Come on. Well, we don't want to be in West Virginia. All right, so let's say we're burning out here in the southwest part of the state. Well, that's our current radar. But you can it's going to grunt and groan while it goes out and gets a whole bunch of information, and then it's going to come back and put it in a tabular format if everything's working right. Come on. Well, we're not going to dwell, but anyway, there will be, it'll provide you with a lot of weather information regarding your site where you've selected to do current and over the next several days. So again, spend some time looking at what they call the Fire Weather Dashboard, a great site. Again, more information than you probably ever wanted to know. This is 11 pages of just links. Like I said, you can get lost in it, but please take your time, look at it. Here's a great one. If you just want to know what the current situation is, there's these 3 sites here. This remote automated weather stations. There's this, and then there's Mesonet. We're just going to click on one of them. And this is where, like I said, this is where technology has really come to the forefront, where a lot of these programs that were once designed and developed for specific locations can customize it. And like I said, whether you're in Maine or Florida, and you can kind of pick areas and see your current conditions in your forecast on wind speed, wind direction, visibility. All this stuff is going to be here more than you probably ever wanted to know. So that's a great site too. There's some handbooks you can download to your smartphone and have available to you when you're out in the field. Again, North Carolina has some more great sites here that they have with the information. Like I said, just because it's in North Carolina doesn't mean it's not valuable to us here in Virginia. But this is all the different sections that in this Southeast prescribed fire update that North Carolina has in their site. So again, K through 12 educational materials. We talked earlier about media, working with the media. Well, you might need to work with, other educational opportunities. Well, if you're looking for something, going to go talk to a school group, go out and look. All right, a pocket guide. I'm not going to take your time to look at that one because I do want to wait to the last one and get you down to this one here. It's kind of it is brand new. It's basically, they just launched it. It's been out of development for something, it's been in development for a long time, and they actually just launched it this last week. So it's called the Prescribed Burn Planner. So It's unable to open, cannot download the information requested. Well, let's try. Let's try a different way here. Hang with me. I'm going to try to skin this cat a different way. All right, are you seeing that?
Yep.
Okay, cool. I need to find something first. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Let me get my book of accounts. But you can go to this prescribed burn planner. This is a tool if you just kind of want to know your windows of opportunity of what might be a good burning day. It's coming. This is what this tool is. But you can either sign up for accounts. Well, you have to do that first, or a login. And let me log in. Yeah, and if you can hear the hunting and pecking, I am a two-finger typer. So let's see if I remember my password. I don't. So we'll go to my book. Highly confidential in technology of secret passwords. And we'll sign in. Okay, so once you sign in, you can, there's these are, I was just putting some information there for us to work with. So these are 3 burns that I have on the books to do. One's called the back 40, a dam burn, and one, the Rebecca burn. That's for you, Rebecca. That's the, one. So, and this visually is looking at that, I have over the next 7 days, some good opportunities to burn these 2. This one here, not so much. And that's based on the information that we put in. So I'll work you through this. Well, let's just, when you go to the map, well, let me back up. Let me start from scratch. You just go to the burn map. And when you go to the burn map, again, you can zero in anywhere. These are the burns that I have, planned in Virginia. So I can click on those and take me to it. Or we want to set up a new one. You just draw the burn unit. You're not really drawing a burn unit. You're just picking a point location. And you save the burn unit. And then you go, from there. So I'm going to skip that and go back to my burn. So we're going to go back to the Rebecca burn. So I went in and I picked, a location. And Rebecca, probably this may or may not be totally real, but this is a burn that is down in Sussex County that they have done many times. So you can you pick the burn window. It's going to ask you if you want a growing season burn, a dormant season burn, or it doesn't matter, all year round. You can put down the planned acres, and then you can go in and you can set up your preferred conditions. You can say that my window that I want to burn is between 40 and 70 degrees, my humidity, all these parameters. You can set your how far you want that window to be open. And then what you do is you just, submit it. And I tell you right now, they're trying to update this part of it, because when you create this, they only run these models like at 7 o'clock at night. So if you put in some information right now, you're not going to get this table until tomorrow morning when they run it at night. And it's going to go out there and it's going to show you all the different, your parameters that you wanted. And it's going to give you your, which ones are within your window and which ones aren't, type of thing. So, and it goes out to 7 days. You come back tomorrow and it's going to start from Wednesday, go out 7 more days. You can also set this to where you're going to get emails. It's going to tell you, you got a good day to burn today on the Rebecca track. And then you can know and check your conditions. Again, this is not going to do the burn for you. And it's not going to say that it's going to be perfect. It's just going to get you in the right ballpark. And it's going to give you an idea. This is a great tool. And the more I go into it and dabble into it, the more I find that I can tweak it and I can understand how I can use it to my best advantage. So, and you can, once you run it, you can go in and edit it if you wanted to change some of the information. If you wanted to update the conditions and come in here and set your, your wind direction. I want to select all, I don't care which one. It's in the middle of nowhere, and I can take any kind of wind direction. Same thing with the transport wind speeds. You can select your transport wind speeds, dispersion indexes, all this stuff. And some of it you are mandatory that you need, and some of them you don't. Only if you want to use them, you can use them. Again, a pretty powerful tool, I think, that help us, set some things in motion that is very user-friendly, very low technology. Again, but you're going to have to spend some time to go in and see what those programs all provide, and at the same time, how you can use them. It's like I said, just because they create a mousetrap for us, it doesn't mean that we understand the workings of it until we go into it and spend some time, kicking the tires, I like to say. So, like I said, that was a really, really quick, run into my title of my presentation, which was easy modeling tools, which I've kind of taken the liberty to go a little bit beyond that, just to show you and share with you some information. So again, we will be providing that Word document to everybody who signed up for this 2-day seminar. And if you see some things that, hey, Fred, you missed this great site, I think you can add to your list, let me know. I'm always building it out and refining it. So anyway, thank you for your time, and any questions, I would take them now. I think we have a little bit of time. We're actually going to give you probably some time back, which I don't think you're going to oppose. So I will spend a little time to see if there's any questions. If not, I'm going to give Adam time to kind of get situated to close us down and give us some guidelines for tomorrow, whether he or Lindsay has some closing comments for us. So, and what we'll try to do too is we'll try to post this document, maybe refine it a little bit and have it available on the coalition page too. So, but check out those last couple sites, those last couple links, and enjoy it. Thanks. All right, Adam, I don't see any questions, so it's all yours.
Yeah, does anybody have any lingering questions for any of the speakers that are still on with us, or any questions in general? It can be a thing where we maybe can wrap around to some questions. If we can't answer them today, we can certainly deal with them tomorrow too, and follow up with some speakers if they're still not engaged with us. But does anybody have any questions or comments in general they'd like to share right now, or for any of the material that was covered?
I'm going to get crazy and let y'all unmute yourselves. But before you do, just raise your hand before you want to speak. So hold on 1 second and I'll make it so if you want to speak or give a comment or ask a question, you can.
You're living on the edge, Lindsay.
We're getting wild over here.
I know.
Sometimes it's easier than typing. So I wanted to make sure you had that chance. Well, Fred, while you're waiting, I do have a question. Is that new portal open for anybody, or do you have to be associated with an agency of some sort?
No, I think it's open to anybody right now. I'm pretty sure that there were no restrictions as to agency or private or something like that. So I think that planner, this prescribed burn planner tool, is open.
Excellent, thank you.
Russ may know different about if it is or isn't. He probably was involved in some of that. What, if any, prescribed fire trainings are coming up in Virginia? I see that one. I'll answer that. We have the RX 310 is coming up with the Virginia Wildland Fire Academy in Longwood in May. Registration will be opening up in about probably to the general population in probably 2 weeks. So look on the, keep checking back with the Prescribed Fire Council webpage or the Virginia Department of Forestry's webpage, and you'll see that offering to sign up and register for that. And the next one that I am aware of is there is a planned, the next certified prescribed burn course is scheduled for the last week of September. See, with respect to Gene's presentation, Adam, I don't know if you've seen that. What role does aspect is in your fire planning? Oh, what role does aspect have in your fire planning?
John is not on anymore,
Okay.
so it's somebody else. Feel free to fill in for that.
Well, the only thing I'll add to that one is, yeah, you definitely got to take into consideration aspect, because that's such a key, to what vegetation grows and how well it grows. I guess that's a good thing, how well it grows. It may grow on a north slope versus a south slope or whatever, but it may be more resilient to any kind of damage to fire, or resilience to fire based on how healthy and well growing it is. So aspect is definitely a tool, a concern. Adam, I think you're shaking your head. I see that.
I can take the question in relation to monitoring.
Great.
This is Nicole Simmons. So I think where we see a lot of our openings, and where we also have a heat load index that we can overlay on some of the satellite imagery, we definitely see correlations in those openings on the aspects that you would expect. So our southern aspects and our eastern aspects, those are also our drier sites where we have a lot more pine component, and those upland xeric sites. So yes, they correlate into the monitoring, just as you would suspect.
Thanks, Nicole. Sam, I saw you had unmuted your mic. Did you have something to add?
Nothing to add. I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
Well, with that, if there aren't any pressing questions at the moment, I think we'll go ahead and be done for the day, and we can agree to reconvene tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, and we'll have a slate of speakers lined up for tomorrow as well, with the opportunity to ask questions and some more dialogue available at that time. So with that, if anybody doesn't have anything, it's like we got one message. Good job, Alan. Good job. Everybody did a great job. It was good to be a part of it today. And we'll sign off and see everybody tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.